So, first, I'd like to introduce the WWE Champion, AJ Styles. Oh, why not? What do you guys think about this title sitting right here, all right? Louder!
All right.
All right, up next, SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. All right, guys, we gave him props for his mic skills. Let's try and give him a warm welcome, The Miz.
Yes, I am.
All right, guys, and there's no introduction necessary for this next one. The one and only Triple H. All right, so we're going to open up the floor now. Yes, sorry, I can't really see you. You can start off with your question. Yeah, sorry.
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 Oh, sorry.
Hi, I have a question for both the Miz. Hi, Miz.
What's up, buddy?
Hi, Triple H. This is a two-part question for both Miz and Triple H. Sorry, AJ. Sorry, Charlotte.
Okay.
Too sweet. What's the difference from performing in Japan and Canada? And Miz, I got a gift for you when I see you next from Monroe Sky and Triple H.
Oh, wow.
Please bring Velveteen Dream up because Velvet Dream is a dream! Dream versus Miz!
I think your question was, what was the difference?
There was
between,
a question.
There
in
was.
there?
There was. After all the compliments and then Velveteen Dream being brought up, I believe the question was, what's the difference between working in some place like Japan as well as Canada? And
The taxes. A lot of times, Japan, the tax is different than Canada.
I think AJ can actually answer that the best. I mean, I think you spent the most time in Japan, right?
I did spend some time in Japan. I think the only difference is the fans are a lot quieter in Japan. That's basically it. Other than the taxes, yeah, that's pretty much it.
But honestly, wrestling all over the world is absolutely an amazing experience, from Canada to Mexico, the United States, Europe, China, Japan. I mean, WWE is a global phenomenon, and it just goes to show the hard work and dedication that the WWE Superstars really have. And it's an absolute honor to actually be here today. We thank you for giving us an amazing show, both SmackDown and Raw. It was absolutely incredible. Obviously, you saw me whoop on Daniel Bryan. You saw Maurice whoop on Brie Bella. And do exactly what we do, and you'll see it at Hell in the Cell.
All right, we have another question. Thank you for your question, though.
I have a question for Triple H here, the game here. How does it feel? do you ever miss going back to the WWE and wrestling part, like doing all the stuff like you used to do?
Sure. I mean, look, there is absolutely nothing like the experience of standing in front of WWE fans, whether it's, you know, at 5,000 seat place, a 10,000 seat place, or, you know, 70, 80,000 at WrestleMania. It really doesn't matter. And like Miz said, it's global. So it's everywhere you go in the world. It really doesn't matter. There's no experience like that. From an adrenaline rush standpoint, you know, there's nothing like it. It's the best experience in the world. So I would, if I said I didn't miss that, I'd be lying. But closing in on 50, I don't miss it that much. So, you know, on doing it on occasions right now, I'm lucky enough to still be able to step into the ring now and then and kind of get that rush. But the truth is, for me now, the buzz is being backstage. The truth is, the buzz for me is, you know, you mentioned Velveteen Dream, is to watch a kid like that now step into his own and make his path, find his way, and watch this next generation take off and take over, and that includes everybody sitting on this stage next to me. You know, to see them come from where they walk in the door and they start to where they end up, that's a pretty special feeling.
All right, we'll take a question from here.
Hey guys, there we go. Hey guys, thanks so much for Tuesday, and thanks so much for SummerSlam next year. Really looking forward to that.
Woo!
I actually have a question today for Triple H and The Miz, for both of you. So we're just coming off of a very, very awesome season of Miz and Mrs., but unfortunately a lot of us here in Canada haven't been able to see it. Is there any way we can look forward to season 2 in Canada, or are we going to get it on the WWE network?
I actually don't know that question, to be completely honest with you. I know Maurice and I had an absolute blast doing Miz and Mrs. Season 1, and I think Season 2 is going to be even better, and we'll definitely look into putting it where the people of Toronto can actually see it and enjoy it and love it. So definitely look forward to it.
Awesome.
I'll look into that.
Thanks so much, guys.
He was hoping for the whole of Canada, not just Toronto. Yeah.
I'll take Toronto. AJ, send Samoa Joe home in a body bag. Thanks, guys.
It'll be a huge body bag that he'll be sent home in, but he's going home in one.
Hey guys, thanks for coming to Toronto. Just a thing for Triple H. I gave you a book earlier. I'm a free agent. I need a job. It's awesome. So my card's in there if you want to email me if you read it. Awesome.
Just sit by the phone. If I don't call, just wait a little longer.
Okay, cool. It's on me at all times. My question is for all of you. I just wanted to know what it was like, your very first experience in a WWE ring. What was it like to be in the big leagues?
I'll go first. My first experience, I'll never forget it. It was tough enough. I got to go into a ring and a live show, and I butchered the name of Omaha and called it Oklahoma. Yeah. In a WWE ring, yes.
Well, that's the only ring I've been in, but my first experience was July 2012 at FCW. That was transitioning into what we know today as NXT. And I started with a girl named Emma and Anya, and Paige was already there, and Summer Rae. And my first day, I just remember I might not know what I'm doing, but I know that I was athletic. So just to work hard, and we ran the ropes, and that was about it.
Aside from my debut, that wasn't the first time that I'd been in a WWE ring before. In Atlanta, Georgia, WWE was running a show. I wrestled a match on that particular show, and just a dark match. Nobody probably saw it. But I had a guy come up to me and goes, "Hey, listen, you need to slow down a little bit." And I go, yeah, I know that. We're just trying to make sure everything was going to go well. It was this guy at the end over here, Triple H. And the one thing that I regret is going, yeah. I should have said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And
I think you figured it out pretty well, though, after that. You did okay, yeah.
Well, but to answer the question about you're a free agent, and wait by the phone if he doesn't call. Just so you know, I also waited by the phone, and it took forever for him to call. So,
It's my lifelong dream, so I'll be waiting all my life.
But he just waited longer, and then I called. See, you know what I mean?
Thank you.
Hey guys, Danny from Burlington. Glad to have you all. Question for all of you guys. Your kids, eventually, are you going to allow them to follow your steps?
well, I mean, I don't mind them following my footsteps. The WWE has changed over the years into a great place to work at. I'm vouching for that. But they are going to do as well as they can in technical school, college, whatever it is. They have to try that first before they try the WWE.
Good job.
For me, it's more or less what makes her happy. If she wants to become a WWE superstar and that's what her goals are, I will give her the tools that she will need to become a successful WWE superstar. If she wants to do something else, then I will give her the tools to do that as well. I'll show her the love and positivity and try to give her the happiness that I think she deserves. I'm a sucker now. What happened to me? I used to be so cool.
No, you actually weren't. Yeah. If you want to live that fantasy, go ahead. But yeah.
I thought I was.
So Charlotte, hypothetically,
Hypothetically, absolutely, but they have
she
to go
doesn't
to
have any
college
now that
first.
she knows of. But like,
I can't. No, absolutely. They just have to go to college first, and if this is something that they want to do, they have to be passionate about it and work hard for it, and absolutely.
and I will say this just to kind of capitalize on or add to everything they said, that it's for my kids really about what they want to do. You know, if it's your passion, find your passion in life, whatever that is. And don't take no for an answer. Work harder than anybody else and follow that dream, and you can do anything you want to do. And I would tell that to my kids or anybody else's kids. To AJ's point, get yourself an education, because if this is what you want to do in today's world, you have to have an education. You have to be smart to be successful at this. It's not just about what you do in the ring. It's about everything else you do around that makes you successful in life as well. And that's a huge part of it. So, you know, they can do anything they want to do, and I'm proud of where the business is today. Like AJ said, maybe not so much years ago, but today, absolutely. If that's what they want to do, I would support them in anything.
Well, thank you. And Triple H, you're the greatest.
Hi, guys. Thanks so much for coming today. It's so cool to be able to stand here and ask you a question. This question's for all of you. Which match in your careers are you most proud of?
I think anytime that you can wrestle in the main event of WrestleMania is honestly a highlight in my life and in my career. I remember watching it in my living room with The Rock and Austin going at it, and then there I was in the middle of the Georgia Dome and in front of a sold-out, crowd, and being able to look in the front row and see my friends that were there in my living room watching with me the pay-per-views, and now they're watching me in the main event. It was just an incredible feeling to literally look at them and say, we did it. It's kind of cool. So that was my moment.
I think I'm proud that of every match I've had. I've learned from every match I've ever had from guys who were absolutely terrible. I've always learned something from guys I've been in the ring with, and it's part of the learning process of getting to where I'm at today. Is had I not been in the ring with those guys or in front of certain fans, because some fans are different from others, I learn, and I'm proud of that fact, and that has to happen with every match. I'm proud of every one of them.
That was a good answer. I don't know if this match would be my favorite match, but I think the most important match of my career was the match I had with Natalya in NXT, because I hadn't had that many matches yet, and I wasn't even sure if this was what I wanted to do or if I was doing the right thing, because I just didn't have the confidence in myself. And that day at NXT for the NXT Women's Championship, Natalya was just like, believe in yourself, listen to me, and we can do this. And I had my dad in my corner, which was pressure. Bret Hart was out there. And after that match, she brought something out of me that I didn't know I had. So I don't think if I had ever had that moment, I'd be where I am today. So I think that was just the most important match in my career.
I think it's hard for anybody to pick just a particular match that they say is the most meaningful to them or the most memorable to them, because they all just, as you go through your career, they all just take you to another place. They take you to another level. They, like AJ said, you learn something from that. It's a launching point of your career. So, anytime I feel like if I would to pick a match, it would be taking away from all the other ones that, got me someplace throughout my career. So it's really tough. If I had to pick one, it would be the end of an era match with Taker. Just because I think with the three of us out there, with Taker and Shawn and myself, there was, there was just something about that moment of it being kind of our era generation, however you want to call it, and it was, it had a different feel to it for us. And there was that moment at the top of the three of us standing there. I said that on TV a few weeks ago, but that is the truth. That was a very special moment, and the opportunity now to go back to Australia on October the 6th and stand in the ring with a couple of your best friends and get out there in front of all of you and do what we do. It's nothing better.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Is there any chance we could see a dream match between Triple H going one-on-one with the phenomenal one, AJ Styles?
Awkward! It's a little awkward.
I would love that.
You wouldn't have to talk me into it. I would love it too. Yeah. Yeah. It would be awesome. Let me see what I can do. Sit by the phone and I'll...
15 years later, here we go.
I don't know if I could keep up with you. Damn.
No. Listen, I'm no spring chicken, all right? We could get in there and we would tear the house down. You know it and I know it. These people know it. So it's just a matter of time. I'll sit by the phone.
Thank you. It's funny. I will say something, and just to throw it out there in the world. It's funny. I heard you all talking out here earlier about Ricochet, and that you said how great he is. And it's a funny thing to me that you were talking about how he does what he does and makes it look so good. People like AJ, people like Ricochet that do the stuff they do. It's for them. It's not about how effortless it is. What's difficult for them is to make it look hard. They're so friggin' good at it. Like, Ricochet is so good. He is so good at what he does. It is hard for him to make it look difficult. Miz, you're coordinated like me. Like jumping off the...
Yeah. My dad tells me all the time, why don't you go off the top rope? I go, Dad, your genetics don't allow me to go off the top rope, all right? All right?
Yeah. Ground soldier.
Yeah.
That's
We're ground.
what I am, yeah.
Well, I'll stay on the ground, all right? We'll let AJ do his thing, okay?
But that's the thing, like that ability to do, springboard stuff and do all those things, it's amazing. But to make it look like because they're so good at it, it becomes effortless. When Charlotte comes off the top rope and those moonsaults, all the things that they do to make it look difficult, to make it look seamless in where you are in the match and in the effort and in the moment that you're in that match. That's the trick, and that's what they're masterful at. They could make it look a whole lot easier than they do if they wanted to, trust me.
Thank you.
Hi, welcome. Triple H, I already have a job, so I'm just going to say thanks for coming.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I'm glad it's the four of you here because the four of you have two things in common. Number one, you guys are all great on the mic. And number two, you guys all have really great characters. You all do really well as a heel, and most of you do really well as a face. Miz, Why do you think it is? Because WWE has tried. They have tried. Why is it, do you think, that your character just doesn't cross over to the face side of the house? Why can't you?
Because
do
it's
it?
not a character.
It's true. You know, it's funny. Like, I think that I feel I've gotten so comfortable, I guess, and confident at being the quote-unquote bad guy that I think everyone's just used to me as that. Could I become a babyface? Absolutely. Watch Ms. and Mrs. Most people like cheer me and say amazing things to me. Like the first time I ever got complimented on Twitter was when I was on Ms. and Mrs. Like, are you kidding me? Like, really? It took this long? But no, I think I'm just a really good jerk.
Yeah.
Really good at it.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Sorry, we have 5 minutes left, so if we could ask our questions quickly so we can get as many in as possible, that'd be amazing. Or awesome.
Good one.
I have a question about all four of you. If you could change anything in your life at all, what would it be?
I wouldn't. Everything that I have done has led me to where I am today, and I'm proud of the person that I've become. I'm proud of the father I've become, the husband I've become, and so I'm just proud of where I've allowed myself to come. So I wouldn't change anything. Look, I'm a baby face. See it?
Don't worry, he'll ruin it in a second.
I wish I would have started wrestling earlier. I didn't know that this was something that I wanted to do, or that I'd even be good at, because I was actually scared of my own shadow. And speaking in front of even like 5 people in class growing up, I'd like shake and be all nervous. So I just wish I could have started younger and had the opportunity to work outside of WWE and learn my craft before coming. But other than that, I'm just glad I made it finally.
I think I agree with Ms. It's the experiences and everything that's happened to us that have, got us to this point through who, not only where we are, but who we are. And, we have our moments, but I'm pretty proud of what I've accomplished so far, and the father, the husband that I've been so far. Hopefully I don't screw that up.
And I'll echo the statement of that. Look, you'll learn in life, you'll learn way more from your failures than you will your success. Every single person on this stage, for whatever level of success they've probably had a lot more failures at something than they've had successes at it. We've all tried things 1,000,000 times, and it's probably the biggest secret to this business. Don't be afraid to fail. Go out there, do whatever it takes, and it doesn't matter if you fail. You pick yourself up, you learn from it, you dust off, and you go back and you do it again. And that's what makes you a success. Don't be afraid of failure.
How you doing, guys? First and foremost, I think I speak on behalf of everybody in here when I say thank you so much for doing it, take 2. For doing what it is that you do just for our entertainment, putting your bodies on the line, leaving your families. Thank you so much for that. So, my quick question is, obviously not everybody can do what it is you guys do inside the ring, but there are still people who would like to work for the WWE. Me, excuse me. What opportunities would there be for non-wrestlers, like maybe setting up rings or something like that?
Open
and how would
tryouts.
you go about that?
Yeah, look, there's. It's funny when people think of WWE, they think of, the performers that they see, but they don't. What they don't see is the every single week. They don't see the 21 trucks that drive around from show to show. They don't see the 10 buses. They don't see the 900 employees that work globally to make this whole thing function for all of you. It's a globally based company. There's a lot of jobs. Go online, apply, find something that you're good at that you think would apply to WWE, and go apply for it.
All right. Thank you.
And I'll give you Vince's number later if you want. You call him direct. He loves it. He loves it.
Miz, this is for you. My friend and I are really curious, when your daughter grows up and gets into the rebellious years, are you going to use the when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut?
I feel like she might be using it on me here and there. I mean, so far she has me wrapped around her finger. Anything that she wants or needs, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. I feel like Maurice might be the one that will use the when my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut, because she kind of does it to me anyway.
Thank you.
All right, AJ, this is my beef with you. There are many interviews before that you had a hand in a terrible TNA wrestling game, and I know you're a big AKI wrestling fan. Thanks, Virtual Pro Wrestling too. Why was that TNA game a piece of crap?
Wow. So I don't know if you guys understand what he's saying. Basically, there were some glitches in 2K18, right? Here's the thing. New engine was used for graphics. There's why there's a lot of issues with last year's games, all right? So, you know, maybe we give this one a chance, and maybe it'll be phenomenal. But never say never. Like,
All right, guys, questions are done, except I'm going to ask one last thing for you guys. What are you looking forward to the most about having SummerSlam here in Toronto next year? I got you, Toronto. I got you.
We'll just go down the line. Listen, it's no secret that Canada has some of the best fans in the world. I'm not just saying that. Every time I've been here, you guys have been amazing. So to have SummerSlam here is going to be incredible. I really believe that.
Thanks, buddy.
Does he, sir, is that, what kind of, I thought for a second that was an AJ Styles shirt he had on. it was.
There you go. He hasn't gotten his Miz T-shirt yet. He
It
got
looks
it in
like
the
crap,
mail.
sir.
He hasn't gotten it in the
He's
mail.
only got 2.
I think what's so special about SummerSlam is it's really turned into a mini WrestleMania. And WWE literally takes over the city for a week. And we've been in Brooklyn the last few years, so I feel like we have a connection with Brooklyn. We have hospital visits, Be a Star rallies, signings, takeover, SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown, and now we're getting an opportunity to do that here in Toronto. I think that's what's so exciting. And
Exactly.
yes, to go back to what AJ said, you guys are extremely passionate fans, and you're very vocal in the arenas, so I'm excited to be, not that I know or anything, gang, woo. So I'm very excited.
Let's face it, anytime SummerSlam or WWE comes to a city, we take it over. We did it in LA, we did it in New York, now we're doing it in Toronto. And it will be awesome. Exactly.
It's hard for me to top that other than to say the reason I came here today, unfortunately, is to tell all of you that it's been canceled and we're not coming to Toronto next year. The whole thing was just a big joke on Canada, so we just, because you complained so long that we haven't come here, we just said, let's just mess with them. Vince loves doing it. It's awesome. So we'll be in Buffalo, and feel free to cross the border if you want, but it's up to you. No, it'll be amazing. As they said, some of the most passionate fans in the world are right here. So anytime we can come here, like Charlotte said, we come in here and we take over the city. So we will be coming in here, taking over literally with NXT at some point, and with SummerSlam and everything else. It'll be a special week for sure.
All right, everyone, thank you for coming, and of course, thank you for your questions, but can we give a warm welcome to our superstars, please? Thank you guys so much for your time.
I just want to say one thing. Just thank you guys. I'm doing this today for Connor's Cure, so I just want to thank all of you for coming out and supporting that today, and any support that you can give it. Connor Skewer is an amazing fun, and thank you for your help with it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for watching the Convention Junkies coverage of Fan Expo Canada 2018. Join the conversation below with a comment, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more. If you would like to help us with future projects, please visit our Patreon page.